Hello, this is your famous author Mark coming to you live with another great YouTube discussion. In today's topic, we're going to talk about this thing called American greed. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say something maybe controversial, but I'm going to say that greed is good. Now, of course, when we talk about greed, and American greed at that, we talk about two types of greed. Greed that is, if somebody, for example, makes $100 million and does not share it with anybody, doesn't do philanthropical things, just keeps the money tight and just keeps it all for himself. Then on top of that, he wants more of it. Then that particular greed is not good. But there's also good greed, and this is what I'm going to focus on today. Good greed, for example, if you want to open up your business and you want your business to be successful, and yes, sometimes you're going to have to run people over in order to be successful. In that case, then the greed is good. Now, whether you call this part of this discussion, what you call this greed, desire to success, whatever, then in that case, it's good. Now, let me tell you something. This type of maybe wanting to succeed or greed or whatever you call this type of greed is excellent, because some people say, oh, you're greedy, you're selfish, you whatever. But this type of greed that you want to be successful, you want to reach your goal, whatever, then in that case, see, then that sort of thing is good. Now, for example, I don't like people who pick on people like Elon Musk. I don't like people who pick on Mark Zuckerberg. I don't like people who pick on the Google owners or YouTube, or the people who own YouTube. I don't like those people saying, "Oh, they're too rich, they're greedy, they're this, they're that." No, they are not greedy. They had to crawl on their hands and feet to get to the success that of course they achieved success by crawling. They had to crawl to the top on their hands and knees, because let me tell you something, running a business such as YouTube or Facebook or any of those social media platforms, it is not easy. But you know what? The thing is, this type of greed of wanting to succeed by any means necessary, then that's a great thing, because let me clarify what it means to succeed by any means. I mean, if somebody tells you that, oh, you're not going to succeed, or oh, this is too hard, or this is too tough, you'll never make it, in that case, leave those people alone. Just don't talk to them, because those kind of people, when they tell you that your business is not going to succeed, that you're not going to be able to last, you're not going to, those kind of people, in my opinion, bring you down. Now, we're still on the topic of the good greed. Now, let's talk about the bad greed a little bit. Now, the thing is, when we talk about bad greed, like, some people are stingy with their money, they're cheap, they don't give a. Now, let me tell you, it is not up to you or anybody to tell them how they should spend their money. Now, can they be philanthropical and give to charity and all that stuff? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, they can, and they do. But it is not up to you to tell them how much money that you should be given to, how much money those people should be given to charities. If they want to give it, okay, that's That's the thing. Now, you have to also understand, of course, sometimes in America we do have good and bad. We have up and down economies, etc. We have a lot of problems in our country, but here's the deal. In America, we live in a capitalistic society. Everybody has a chance to succeed. Now, does everybody succeed in America? Not really. But the thing is, at least in America, you have the the capability and the opportunity to try to succeed. Now, so like I said, greed see, people don't, when people say, "Oh, you're selfish, you're greedy, you're this, you're that, all you care is about yourself." Now, like I said, American business and American greed has there are two types of greed in America. One is that drives you to be successful, and the second one is bad. Now, if you are using greed to be successful, and to promote your business, to actually that you're climbing to the top, okay, that you're climbing to the top, that's great, because believe it or not, in America today we live in a capitalistic society. That means anybody can give it a try and be successful. Now, I'm going to be a little bit embarrassed by this, okay? I'm going to be a little bit embarrassed by this, and I hope that I'm not going to embarrass some people I know, and I hope that they're not going to get mad at me, or I don't want to say anything bad about them, because I'm not. Now, I'm going to tell you a story about me. I was an average Joe myself, and I'm still an average Joe to a point. I'm still an average Joe. Of course, I do YouTube now. I do podcasts. I'm a book author. But you know what? This would be very impossible to do if it wasn't for one man, an Italian man. But he is not going to be mentioned in this video. But I respect him tremendously in this case, because let me tell you a story about me. Yeah. I was going to high school, okay, and I was going, and this Italian man had a business in my neighborhood. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I'm not going to. But he had the most beautiful daughter, the gorgeous daughter out there. Now, we went to the same school, and I wanted to. Marry the woman and all that stuff. But guess what? He told me, he said, if you don't get your act together, then if you don't do good in high school, and if you don't go to college, you're not marrying my daughter, period. And you know what? And I am so thankful to him. To telling me this, because guess what? This motivated me to actually do something with my life, to actually go to college, to actually push myself, even though I do have a little bit of a disability. But guess what? His words actually motivated me to actually go to college, to do some good things in high school, to actually go to college, to actually get into book writing and all that stuff. So if, in my opinion, if you use greed to work for you, like to motivate you, whether you call this greed or whatever you else call it, it's okay, because then I call this greed for now. But for maybe somebody can correct me, maybe I can call it something else, that's fine. But if you don't have the motivation to succeed, now this Italian man, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for my great father and this Italian man, I would have been nothing today. He actually pushed me. My father and this Italian man both pushed me to be successful. So, in my opinion, because we live we live in a capitalistic society in America today. That's okay, but you know, it actually. And in my opinion, greed is good. And in that case, if it motivates you and it pushes you to succeed, then in my opinion, greed is good. But if you get up, if you climb up the success ladder and you forget the people that helped you to get to the top, and then you know. And if you get to the top, and if you don't give some of the money to charity, etc., etc., I understand that I understand the concept of when people say that charity begins at home. I understand that, but if you get very rich, and then you climb your success ladder all the way to the top. And then you forget you people down on the lower range of the ladder of success, and those people who helped you out. Then unfortunately, in that case, then greed is bad. Now, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to subscribe to my channel and tell me what you think of this video. Thank you very much. And give me a thumbs up. You can always comment, whatever. Thank you very much.